I don't want to start to sound like a broken record. Usually in my videos, I just sound like someone that's either sniffed a lot of glue or has been dropped on his head a few times. But I want to take a moment today to address Obama's speech on school shootings one more time. Now, I want to address the two main claims that he made in that speech. One of which is that there's been like 172 school shootings since Columbine, and that there's been like 74 of them since Sandy Hook. And the other claim is that there is clear scientific data that stricter gun laws equals less violent crime and less gun deaths. Now, the reason I want to address these two claims is because both of them are big, fat lies. He's a big, fat liar cat. That's all I can say about it. President Obama, big, fat liar cat. Now, I've done videos on both of these topics before, but people don't want to listen to me. I mean, why would they listen to me? I'm not exactly the best source in the world. I'm a guy that spends a lot of his days trying not to be shot by a sentient Glock with a bad attitude. But since people don't want to listen to me, I thought I would link a few things today. And believe me, I hate linking articles. I think that when you link stuff for people, it makes them lazy. It makes them not want to do research themselves. But Politifact.com and factcheck.com are two of the sources that everyone I ever argue with who's a liberal cites every time someone says something. They're like, oh, well, Politifact says this and factcheck.com says this. So, I want to link a couple of sources from Politifact.com and factcheck.com that show that President Obama is a big fat liar. If you'll look below, you'll see links to articles that say, no, there have not been that many school shootings. In fact, since Sandy Hook, there's actually only been 10 school shootings that actually involve someone coming to a school with the intention of committing mass murder. And a lot of those, I think about half, were actually college campuses, not grade schools. But saying adults are killing other adults doesn't frighten people into action and into doing something stupid like passing new gun laws as much as saying adults are shooting children. That makes people think more with their heart than with their head. So they have to say it in a way that makes it sound like it's grade schools being shot up. And even then, in all that time, there's been like 33 deaths. There's been thousands of deaths from automobile accidents, but 33 deaths from school shootings. So not the great tragedy they try to make it out to be. I mean, it's always a tragedy whenever a child loses their life, or even when anybody loses their life, but especially a child. But it's not the thing that they want to make it out to be. Fact is, the source for these numbers that they use is Bloomberg and his groups. And they know they're false. They lie to you willingly. They know these are lies. I know they have fact checkers at the White House. So they take this data and they go, this isn't really true, but we can say it in a way that supports our agenda and no one will really check. And if they do check, we'll just pretend like we don't know what they're talking about. We used this source and we never checked it. But they have to be checking it. And they know they're all lies, but they repeat them anyway. I'm also going to post a link below from Fact Check that says that whole idea that stricter gun laws clearly shows that there will be less violent crime and less gun deaths is a total blatant lie. There is no causation link. There's not even a correlation. In fact, it's all over the place. If you look at the numbers, some of the states that have the strictest gun laws have high violent crime rates, high gun death rates. And some of the states that have some of the loosest gun laws have some of the lowest crime rates and lowest gun death rates. So there is no constant there. There is no scientific constant. And if you can't even follow a base scientific principle, you can't say it's clear scientific evidence. But like I said, no one wants to listen to me. I know I'm not the most reliable source in the world. I'm a little bit odd. So I'm just going to put the information below for the sources that you really like Politifact and Fact Check, and let you read it for yourself. And then if you decide, after reading all that information and fact-checking everything you see in there, if you find that you still want to support Obama and you still want to believe what he says, the only thing I have to say to you is you have to ask yourself, why am I okay with this guy lying to me?